Hello, and welcome back to Spaces or Laces. I'm your host, Jeff Meyer, and we got a lot of things on the plate today. We're going to run it up, have some fun, talk about some controversial things, and also a little college NFL football. But first, I want to start off with tailgating season. Yes, football season is in full effect, so that means you tailgaters out there. There's a lot of games to attend, a lot of fun to be had out there. And here at Outbound Sports, we're really big into tailgating. And one thing we're going to start doing on our social media accounts, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of them, we're going to start posting videos and things about tailgating. Because everyone loves to do it, and everyone does do it. And here, me personally, I'm going to start putting together some food, some tailgating recipes. So we're going to be posting them on social media. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that, but make sure you check that out. We have a lot of fun during tailgating season. I know me personally, I attend a lot of games. Do a whole lot of tailgating. Sometimes, I go and tailgate, don't even attend the games. But just trying to have some fun. Want to add something else to Southbound Sports. But just so you guys know as well, like the website, Cousin Richie's in the process of adding some, more of our content to it and redesigning the website. So guys, look out for that. Also, if you guys are looking at the shop, we're going to be designing some more t-shirts, things you guys can purchase. Just check us out. Make sure you hit us up on Southbound Sports, whether you're looking at the podcast, Spaces or Laces, the big show, the Southbound Sports Show, which airs on Tuesday nights on Periscope. Check it all out. But today, we're starting out the podcast with a little Light 'em Up segment. And first person I want to light up is LaVar Ball. How does he stay in the spotlight? He's always in the media. And with that being said, that's the other thing I want to light up today is the media itself. There's a lot of things going on in the world today, a lot of things out there, and of course, they're just bringing all the bad things to light, and I'm sick of it. Mainstream media is awful. So we're going to light up LaVar Ball, almost said Ball, in the media today. But talking about him, I think it was on Tuesday, I was at the gym, and I noticed he's on the news again. It was guys at First Take debating if LaVar Ball is the worst sports parent of all time. How does he stay relevant? I guess when you have the big baller brand, you're pretty important, I guess. I'm not really sure. But blows my mind. The fact that this human being is famous. That's what I hate about the media in America today. Somehow stupid people are famous. You say a couple dumb things, you're very polarizing, you get famous, you get popular, you get rich. This guy has turned his kids from being good athletes, and you're going to, have good professional careers and be wealthy, and by him being outlandish and crazy, has made himself a marketing brand, big baller brand. And I feel like I'm doing an ad read for him right now, which is even pissing me off even more because I have to talk about it. But the fact that this guy has made some kind of life and career out of just saying ridiculous things, the fact that he said his son is better than Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, he's a damn good basketball player. He's playing for the Lakers. I think it's Lorenzo? I don't even know. I don't even know his kid's name. I know there's 3 of them that play basketball. I know his name because he makes sure that he's in the, in the spotlight. But, his kids are pretty damn good athletes, good basketball players. And this guy is just always in the freaking media. I thought it was funny because I was reading up on him a little bit more, but he played college ball, wasn't really good at basketball. Then they switched to football. Made some practice squads in the NFL, which is pretty impressive considering he didn't really play in college. I'll give him that. Hats off to that. But now that he's in the national spotlight, I saw one of his former teammates from the Monarchs, which I don't know. I don't really know my XFL and all those leagues back in the day, what they really were. I've only really grown up with the NFL, the CFL and all that kind of stuff. I don't really know much about it, but whatever team the Monarchs are or what league they're a part of, one of his teammates straight out said he was a garbage football player, which I find hilarious because this guy's claimed in the national media that he could beat Jordan one-on-one. What a joke. Going after the great one, the GOAT, Michael Jordan. I could beat him one-on-one on basketball. Why are we making stupid people famous? This guy's a joke. He's a joke. Yeah. Guess how many professional players could ever beat Jordan one-on-one? Maybe a handful. Maybe 1 out of 10 times. I don't even know. I don't know if there is anyone. But if I was a betting man, I'd pick LeBron. I wouldn't be picking LaVar Ball to beat Jordan one-on-one. It's crazy. And this guy has such a media presence right now that Jordan responded. which is unbelievable. And Michael Jordan said, he couldn't beat me one-on-one if I had one leg. Let's let that sink in. Jordan knows how this guy is garbage. And he's like, I could beat him with one leg. He doesn't have the talent, the skills. He's not the best basketball player of all time, which, you know, it's well received and known that Michael Jordan's the best basketball player of all time. But the media, man, has ruined everything. But getting into a thing I saw that I thought was interesting, Cam Newton in the media, bad situation. I feel bad for that woman because now she's going to be, I think her name Jordana something. I don't know. I saw, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But I feel bad for her. She's been at that news station, or I don't know. She's a beat writer apparently, whatever. But she asked him about, you know, routes essentially, and it was the dude from Michigan, Devin Funchess, about like his route running ability or whatever, and Cam just started laughing. It's like, oh god, that's a bad look, Cam. It's a bad look. But once again, the media, yes, it was sexist. He shouldn't have done it. Stupid. He's been in the league for what, 7 years, 8? I'm not even sure. And he pulls a move from a rookie. Very, very dumb. He shouldn't have done it. What an idiot. Because there's a lot of women out there that know sports, knows football. Shouldn't have laughed. But at the end of the day, like, I'll back Cam up a little bit. And, you know, this is might catch some fire for saying this. But at the end of the day, she didn't play football. She might know football. She might even know more football than me. I have no idea. You know, I played for a lot of years. But I see why he got annoyed, because he wasn't coming after her as being a female, which obviously that's what the media is going to portray. He just fucked up. That's what he did. He was coming after news reporters in general, basically, because I see what he's doing as an athlete. He's like, dude, you never played in the NFL. Whether you're a guy or a girl, you don't know shit. That's basically why he laughed and stuff. But, you know, you're a professional, man. You know, this is their job. This is their livelihood. They got to ask the question. I don't care if she's a female or a guy. Like, take them serious. Do it. I know they never played in the NFL. I never played in the NFL. I would hope you'd laugh at me if I asked some dumb question to you. I'm not saying the question was necessarily dumb, but if I would hypothetically ask you a dumb question, I'd hope you laugh at me. But the media's not going to look at it this way. It's going to be like, oh my God, Cam Newton was sexist. Here we go. Let's add one more thing that we can talk about for 3 weeks because, you know, here at ESPN and all these major news outlets, we can't talk about anything fun or do anything creative. We're just going to do something buzzworthy and have you guys talk about it for weeks just so we can get our ratings back up, because the NFL and ESPN, everyone's ratings are going down. It's unbelievable. But I know what Cam was talking about. That's like, I was thinking about this analogy, and I'm not really trying to defend Cam. I'm just thinking if I was in that locker room, or excuse me, if I was in that press conference and accidentally slipped up, misspoke, and then you're all over the news. But if I went and interviewed a WNBA professional, one of these, you know, Lisa Leslie's, or, you know, one of these big famous WNBA players. And mind you, I never played basketball in my entire life. I wrestled in high school, wrestled for 12, 13 years. I can't remember how many off the top of my head. But I never played basketball, never played organized basketball, but I played a lot of pickup basketball. My friend's huge into basketball. So over the years, I've watched a lot of basketball. And I feel, as an adult now, I know a good bit about basketball. I know basketball. When I watch basketball, it's like this lady, she, you know, the one guy who works at the Post or whatever she works at, was like, she knows so much more football than me, blah, blah, blah. Like, she knows a route tree and all stuff. I don't really know. She can draw them out and stuff. All right, that's cool. I understand. I can do pick and goes. I know basketball. Like, I know zones. Like, but if I was literally trying to have a conversation with a WNBA person and I slipped up or said like a funny question or whatever, I'd hope she'd roast me. I would hope she'd laugh at me. I'm not saying this guy should have laughed or Cam should have laughed at this girl, because I don't really think it was a laughable question. It was just him being an idiot. But if, hypothetical situation, if I ask an obscure, weird question to a WNBA woman player who's one of the best in the entire world, a professional, I would hope she laughed at me. I think it's funny. I'm like, oh, god damn, I misspoke. I sound like an idiot. Whatever, grill me. You know, people these days are getting too soft. This world we live in now, just the world, America, everything. Everyone's offended. Everyone's soft. Everyone's entitled. We got the media out here putting LaVar Ball on a pedestal like he's Jordan's dad, or I don't even know, whatever they think he is, or big baller brand. And then you got Cam Newton over here getting blasted by the media for being a sexist. Yeah, he looked like an asshat. Let's leave it at that. Let's not talk about this for 3 weeks. It was a sexist move. He looks like an asshat. Let's move on. Shit happens. But one of the things, talking about the media, I think is really, really important to note, because I was trying to follow the story really close about Michael Bennett and how him accusing Los Angeles police about, unnecessary arrest, or I don't know. I don't remember all the details, but I remember reading it. Like, he was at the Mayweather-McGregor fight. He got detained or whatever by cops, and they were being forceful, and they had no reason to detain him, and they basically only detained him because he was a big black guy, and once they found out he was an NFL superstar, they let him go. Well, that was the story, ESPN and then everyone in the media was blasting out there portraying. Guess what? It's a lie. It's all a lie. Michael Bennett lied. He lied. And you don't see the news reporters, these ESPNs and all these things retracting their statements, being, showing that it was a false accusation, a lie, it never happened. It is proven now that it was a lie. Never happened. And you don't see people backing up the Los Angeles police, or excuse me, Los Angeles, I misspoke. The Las Vegas police. You don't see that coming out. Where is everyone now who was, backing him and all this stuff? Which, if I heard that story initially, I would have too. I would have backed him. That's bullshit. You shouldn't do that. If you don't have any reason to detain someone, you should have no legal rights to do that. So I was all on board with it. All right, let's go, dude. Let's make this a headline. That this 2017, that shit shouldn't happen. Well, guess what? He lied about it all. So now what? What you do if you're in the media? You got to be like, wow, damn, no one should ever do that. But guess what? You can't also make up false accusations. That's bullshit. So where's the media at now? The media was, roasting these Las Vegas police officers. The same ones, mind you, this week on, I don't know, it was Monday morning or Tuesday or whatever, but I saw the report on Tuesday. These were the same guys, these Las Vegas police officers were the same people that were running at that terrorist, the dude who was shooting up, injuring, and killing the largest mass murder event in U.S. history. These are the same guys running and serving to protect the public, running at a dude with a loaded machine gun, just mauling down people. One of the most heinous crimes, one of the worst stories I've ever heard in my lifetime, other than obviously the big one, 9/11 and Hurricane Katrina, all these natural disasters and things. This is the largest mass shooting in U.S. history. Unfortunately, it's a pretty significant event, and the media is not, running to the back of these I keep saying Los Angeles. I don't know. I can't. Los Angeles and Las Vegas apparently are the same place in my mind today. But the Las Vegas police, they're not backing them up. They're not going to salute them and is essentially just back them up for their courage and their losing the words here for this. But you know what I mean? You would expect the media to back these guys, to say how they didn't do anything wrong with the Michael Bennett thing, because they didn't. It was a lied, made up story. And these people, these police officers are going towards a terrorist, going at a person with an assault rifle, trying to serve and protect the community, their home, the people they love, the people they embrace on a daily basis. And I know there are a lot of outsiders there in Las Vegas. You got people come in for the tourism and the country concert that was there and everything, but hats off to those police officers, man. The people who can put the badge on, do that day in and day out. I respect you, salute you. I don't know how you do it. Same with the military, all that stuff. It's unbelievable. But these are the same guys who got crucified the last couple of weeks from the media, but you don't see them going out and congratulating them. You don't see them serving and protecting, or not serving, but going out and congratulating them for doing the right thing, doing the noble act, doing something that very, very few people are willing to do at such high cost. But hats off to them. They're extraordinary. They do things that most people don't want to do. But shame on the media. Shame on the media for all this bullshit. I can't watch the mainstream media anymore. It's unbelievable. You gotta watch, the sports world I'm referring to. I'm watching LaVar Ball get talked about on First Take. Undisputed. Skip Bayless is still crying about the Cowboys. He's been doing this. Hey, hats off to him. He's been crying about the Cowboys for damn near 25 years, and he's made a professional career out of it, and people still listen to it. I remember right out of high school when I was in college, you don't have that set school schedule. I'd get back from football practice before I had to go to class. I'd throw on First Take back when Skip and Stephen A were going at it. I thought it was entertaining. It was fun. They were at each other, always disagreeing. A lot of fun. And then it just got annoying and boring. And then they started bringing race and politics into it. I'm like, I can't watch these guys. These guys are professional at talking about sports. Like, that's their profession. They talk about sports. I don't want to hear about politics and race and all that stuff from them guys. Like, if I want to see that, I'm gonna turn to someone who is doing that for their livelihood, who are professionals in that that regard, in that respect, in that certain field. But I don't know. Like I said, I was getting on a rant about Skip Bayless. He's been relevant in the media, basically talking shit on the Cowboys for years. But the media is. I remember like 2012, you had Tim Tebow taking knees for prayers and shit, and they're blasting him, and he just got blackballed. Somehow some dude praying got blackballed the same amount of, same way that Kaepernick did, in the same way. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think Kaepernick should have got the shit he did, or the blackballing he essentially did. But Tim Tebow, same shit. Media ran with that. Somehow praying before a game was the worst thing in the entire world. It's unbelievable. First Take, I remember years ago, you had Skip and Stephen A talking about Tim Tebow every other day about the Cowboys, and Tony Romo throwing picks. And hats off to Tony Romo being up in the booth now, because he's doing something that's awesome. I really, really enjoy Tony Romo in the booth. Talking about the media, sports media, he's a surprise win for them. Him commentating is fun. He knows football. And I know people are bashing him, like always calling the plays out, this or that. He's not right all the time, this and that. Dude, he's a football player who has played in the NFL for years at a very, very high level. Huge football IQ. I love it. I listen to it. I enjoy it. The fact that, he's talking about the running backs chipping the ends when he gets out and everything. Like, it's just football. It's fun and it's refreshing to listen to someone who really knows the game, who has, great charisma, fun to listen to. Great guy. I really enjoy it. So, as much as I'm bashing the media here on Light 'em Up, congrats to Tony Romo. Congrats. I didn't like you because you're a Cowboy, and I love making fun of my friends for him throwing some pretty bad pick sixes and fourth quarter interceptions and not winning playoffs throughout the years. But at the end of the day, as much shit as I talked on you, you're a damn good quarterback. Fun to watch. It's slinging around. Great quarterback. Now you're slinging it around, doing well, running it up in the booth up there, doing a great job. But so that's enough. That's enough with Light 'em Up. I rambled a lot, got off topic. My thought process there was going a little haywire, because some of those things I bring up, a lot of tough issues, very hard to talk about. Don't want to misspeak, because the landscape of 2017, you don't want to, you got to be politically correct. You don't want to misspeak, because be like Cam Newton, put on blast for a couple of weeks until the media finds something new, which I think is interesting, because the media, all this kneeling for the national anthem, when you got Cam over here looking like an asshat, and you have this mass shooting in Nevada, right there in Las Vegas. They're not really. I haven't saw anything all week about people kneeling for the national anthem. So probably like everything else in the media is a couple second thing they're worried about. On to the next thing. What's the new hot topic that we can piss people off with and get ratings back up, because the ratings been sucking. But talking about something that hasn't been sucking, the Pittsburgh Penguins, back-to-back world champions. Awesome. Living in Pittsburgh, going to college at Pitt. God, I like watching the Pens play. Got those student rush tickets, legit. Made some playoff games. A lot of fun. But back-to-back in the Steel City, the city of champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Starting this NFL season off. Looking for a three-peat, maybe. Was it 20 years until... been 20 years since we've had a back-to-back, and then the Pens did it. I don't even know if there's ever been a three-peat. My NHL knowledge isn't quite like it is for the NFL, so I can't like rattle off things like that. I have no idea if there's ever been a three-peat. I'm assuming there has been. And if there has, when has it been? Not sure. But if any team can do it, it's the Pittsburgh Penguins. When you got Genny Malkin and Sidney Crosby on the same team, you got Phil Kessel. I like our chances. We got a lot of talent, a lot of young guys. Hopefully they're up for the challenge and they can do it again. If you bring a three-peat to Pittsburgh, are we still a football team? Or, excuse me, a football city? Do we become a hockey city? I'm not sure. Because what is that? If we get 3 in a row here, that will be 6 Stanley Cup championships. Yeah. We got 2 in the 90s, 1 2006, I believe. Or somewhere around there, 6 or 8. But then 3 now. Yeah. That's simple math. I can do that in my head. That's 6. But, yeah, we got... Man, maybe Pittsburgh will be a hockey town now. But... I don't know. I feel like the Steelers have a good shot to win the Super Bowl this year, and they definitely bounced back after that crushing Bears loss in overtime. That was awful. But the Steelers last week went to the Ravens, which I was worried about. The Ravens lost really, really, really bad to the Jaguars in London. So Ravens come home game, divisional game of the Steelers. I thought they'd step up and play well. Joe Flacco looked like Joe Fluco. Oh my God, and he's supposed to be elite quarterback. He didn't do anything. He didn't impress me. Ben didn't impress me either, to be honest, but he made enough plays. The Steelers won the game. We go into a hostile stadium to play in, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, they get it done. They get they get that win that they needed. But now this week we're playing the Jaguars, who thumped the Ravens, like I just mentioned, over in London. The Steelers are -8 at home against the Jaguars. There's no question in my mind the Steelers are going to win this week, but it is a trap game. This is a really early season, just like the Bears game, trap game. Going to Chicago at Soldier Field, not really that good. Didn't have that good of a team. That was a trap game. Should never lost to them. Here's another trap game. Jaguars are pretty good. Fournette, they can run the football. And anytime in the NFL, if you can run the football and stop the run, you have a chance of winning. And the Jaguars are kind of doing that right now. So I think this is another trap game for the Steelers. Your home favorite. Jaguars coming in. They're a young team. Young, a lot of talent. Bortles isn't too bad. A lot of people accuse him of just being game manager and all that, but I don't know. I like him. I liked him at UCF. I liked what he's done so far in the NFL. He's came out hot, got a little shaky, but a lot of rookie, younger quarterbacks. That's kind of like a very mainstream story. They come out hot, pull off a little bit, and then you got to see what they're going to be like. But honestly, covering the spread, I think the Jags are going to cover the spread. Steelers are -8. So if I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm taking the Jags this weekend at Pittsburgh +8. But Steelers going to win either by 3 or 7. They'll make it close. The offense will decide not to show up again. The defense will do just enough. I don't know. It's scary. I think the Steelers are Super Bowl contenders, especially in the AFC right now. I like the Steelers, obviously. I like the Packers, the Patriots, just because of the Patriots and Tom Brady. Even though they look god awful, giving up the most, I think the second most yards in the NFL so far. I think they're the second worst defense. Might want to check the facts on that one, but I'm pretty sure they're one of the worst. So looking down my notes here, with that being said, they play tonight. The Patriots play at Tampa Bay tonight, and I'm taking, I think I said Tampa Bay, yeah, the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Buccaneers tonight +5. Y'all love those home dogs. It's one of those cliche things, take home dogs. Well, this year in the NFL, I haven't been doing too great betting because I've been ignoring the home dogs. Ignoring like Bears against the Steelers at home. I've been ignoring them. It's a cliche, solid standby thing in betting. Take home dogs. And I like the Buccaneers right now. Jameis Winston's playing well. They got some weapons on offense. Doug Martin is coming back soon. Not sure that if that's tonight or when, but he's coming back soon. I like them at home. I do. +5. I think the Pats are in a little trouble here. Their defense isn't good, but Tom Brady will get them to the playoffs. So when you got Tom Brady in the playoffs, anything can happen. So that's why I was saying, Steelers, the Patriots. The Raiders, I don't know what's going to happen with them with Carr. I'm not sure. Apparently he's got his Tony Romo injury to the back, and you guys remember the end of Tony's career. Not a good thing. Really hurts when your lower back hurts. Probably pretty hard. I don't know from experience, but I'm assuming it's pretty hard to throw that pigskin around when your back hurts, especially the lower back. So the Raiders are playing the Ravens this week. The Ravens are minus 2.5 at home. Excuse me, the Raiders are 2.5 at home versus the Ravens. Should learn to pronunciate a little better there. But I'm taking the Ravens. I don't think Carr's playing. I think he's out 2 to 6 weeks, something like that. Something similar to Tony Romo's situation. Taking the Ravens. They're not losing 3 in a row. John Harbaugh's not going to let that happen. Jim's brother, John, not going to let that happen. So I'm taking the Ravens in that one. Dallas is home against the Packers this weekend. And for my friend group, this is one of the greatest matchups. The Steelers versus one of these two games or the Cowboys versus the Packers. A lot of shit's going to be talked. It already started yesterday. Shit's been talked. But I think my friends know what's up. If the Packers' 2 linemen play, the 2 that are out the tackles, if they play, Packers win. If they don't play, I'm taking Dallas. I don't think they're going to play. So I'm going to take Dallas minus 2 at home against the Packers this week. I said it. Dallas, they're too good of a team. And it's one of those things I'm going to say over and over on this podcast. If you can run the ball and stop the run, you have a chance of winning. And I know Dallas can run the ball. They didn't against the Broncos, but I know they can run the ball. They're going to run the ball over the Packers, and I think they're going to be victorious at home. Going through some more games here, I got some important games highlighted. Lions Panthers. That's an interesting. Lions 2.5 at home against the Panthers. I'm going to take the Lions at home. I like home teams. They're really good for betting. I'm going to take the Lions versus the Panthers at home. Texans Chiefs. Chiefs are -1 at home. Ooh, that one's tough. I don't know. I think I have to take the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a very, very good team now. Talking about the AFC picture, the Chiefs, Steelers, Patriots, they're the front runners right now. So, with that being said, I know Deshaun Watson went off last weekend. Was it 57 points they scored? 4 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, or maybe 3 passing and a rushing touchdown. Anyway, he balled out. That Texans team, if they can have a quarterback who can play consistently, they're going to win a lot of games. They're going to be scared because that defense is unreal. The defense is ferocious. I'm going to take the Chiefs now, because I don't know. I only saw 1 game out of Watson. I like to see more until I'm sold on the Texans, but I'm going to take the Chiefs in that one. Giants, Chargers. Oh my God. Giants are -3.5 at home against the Chargers. Can you guys believe that 2 teams quarterbacked by Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning are 0-8 combined? Because I can't. Thank God Ben Roethlisberger is winning some games. Thank God the Steelers are 3-1, because those 3 are the big trio from the 2004 NFL draft class. And they got some Super Bowl rings there to throw around. The Steelers got 2. Yeah, Giants got 2. So they have 4 rings between those 3 quarterbacks. Phillip Rivers, if he had a better situation over the years, maybe won some tough playoff games, he could easily have a ring. Phillip Rivers is a hell of a quarterback. He's got Hall of Fame numbers. I don't know if he'll ever make it with today's Hall of Fame. You basically got to win a championship to get in, unless you're Dan Marino. You got to win a Super Bowl. You have to. You got to win a championship. So I'm not sure, but those three quarterbacks right there are 3-9 this year. 3-9. Those 3 quarterbacks have been stable and a staple of their respected franchises for the last 10 years, and they're 3-9 between the 3 of them. Well, at least one of the quarterbacks is guaranteed to get a win this weekend, since the Giants and Chargers play each other. I'm going to take the Giants at home. Odell Beckham's going to have a game. He's like J.J. Watt, and I saw someone say that in the media or whatever. He's always injured, always playing through. He's a tough guy, physical grinder. He's probably one of Gruden's grinders, you know what I'm saying? But I saw his finger. It didn't look good. He caught the ball sideways. He dislocated the shit out of that. That is going to hurt, and hurt for a while. But on that team, I'm going to call, where's Brandon Marshall? Make a play. Giants need you. I don't see the Giants going 5. If they go 5, it's over. You might as well pack up and get ready for next year, because you're not going to win the NFC East with that record. Starting 0-5. I would like to know off the top of my head, or I don't know off the top of my head, but I'd like to know what the percentage is if there's ever been a team that went 0-5 that made the playoffs. I'd assume not. I feel like that's too tall of a task. Go 0-4, okay. It's only a fourth of the season. You can, recover after that. But going 0-5, you're pushing over that threshold. I don't think you do it. You got to be damn near perfect the rest of the season to make the playoffs. I don't see that happening. But I do see the Giants being the Chargers, and the Chargers going 0-5 and not making the playoffs, and to basically be the laughingstock of the AFC West. And then the other game that I wanted to talk about, Rams-Seahawks. I'm a big Russell Wilson fan, Pete Carroll fan. I don't care that the Rams are -1 at home. I'm going with the Seahawks. Going to LA and winning that game because I don't think they have much of a home field advantage in LA. That's what you get for leaving St. Louis. These games right here, those big games at home, you don't have a home field advantage anymore. The Seahawks are going to come in. That 12th man is going to show up and show out, and they're going to beat you at home because you don't have a loyal fan base anymore. So good for you. You guys move, lose all your diehard fans, and you're going to lose an important game. You easily could win this game. If you had a better home field advantage, you would win this game. In my mind right now, this game is being played in Seattle 2.1 or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're going to have just as many fans, if not way more than you guys. So I'm taking the Seahawks in LA versus your Los Angeles Rams. Wow, I'm sure you guys really wanted them. But I don't know. But I'm going to flip the script now. Going to go into college. Want to kind of do a little high tempo here at the college. We're running a little late. I wanted to keep these videos between a half hour and an hour. I'm already in a half hour. I didn't even get to any college football. So I'm going to go high tempo here. Speed it up a little bit. We got my Pitt Panthers playing at Syracuse. Syracuse is a 3.5 point favorite at home. Both teams 2-3. I'm taking the Pitt Panthers to go 3-3, even up that win-loss record there. Hit the 500 threshold. Hey, I'm still like Pat Narduzzi. I think he's the right guy for the job. I think we're going to even up this season. Hopefully we can salvage this season after going 1-3. Syracuse is going to be tough. That's a Big East rivalry, going back to the Big East. But I like Pitt's chances at Syracuse. And then I'm wearing it. The maize and blue, baby. Go blue this weekend. Michigan as at home against in-state rival Michigan State. Michigan 4-0. Michigan State 3-1. I'm about to tell you after this weekend, it's going to be 5-0 for Michigan and 3-2 for Michigan State. Michigan is a 10.5 point favorite at home. I'll tell you this, though. Betting-wise, I'd bet on Michigan State. I'd bet that Michigan State covers that. I could easily see this being a 3 to 7 point game. But 10.5 points, that's a lot of points. In-state rivalry. These teams play tough, and they play well when they play each other. There's a lot of hate. Ever since Mike Hart called Michigan State their little brother, they essentially beat, and just show them, we're better. You're my little brother. I want to kick some dirt on you. I want to shove you down on the playground. You aren't on our level yet. You aren't on our level. Ever since Mike Hart did that to Michigan State, Dan Antonio's brought it. I'm not sure what the record has been between the two, but I'm assuming Michigan State has won more games against Michigan than Michigan has won against Michigan State. Ever since that comment, Michigan State has been playing. They've been balling. They've been winning those games. And I talked about this on a previous podcast here on Spaces or Laces. I was at that Michigan game last time they played Michigan State at home and lost on the block punt. Thank God I left that game early. My cousin, we were talking the day before the podcast. He's like, it's on you, bro. You left early. You didn't give them enough motion. You weren't cheering loud enough to help them over the edge. He's like, if you'd have been there, they'd have caught that punt, and they wouldn't have lost that game. So yeah, I'm taking it on me. That's on me, guys. That's on me. Go blue. We aren't going to have another game like that. Michigan's going to show up, show out, control the game, control the clock. It's not going to be a blowout. They're going to win. Like I said, I think Michigan State's going to cover that spread, but Michigan's going to win. Jim Harbaugh is going to have the boys ready this weekend. Great coach. Started listening to his podcast, the Harbaugh's podcast. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, man. Love it. Love that dude. Love his khakis. Just saw him last week jumping in a swimming pool with khakis on. What a baller. He doesn't give a shit. He's bringing in great recruits. He's got the Big Blue, that brand behind him. Is there any... I've been to Ann Arbor twice now. I love it. That's a college town. It's weird to say that because it's Michigan. It's not that far from Detroit, if I remember correctly. But it's a college town. It's a beautiful campus. It's a big house for crying out loud. People want to go there, have fun. You know, Jim Harbaugh steering the ship. Got a program there. Everyone talks Michigan out this year like they're a young team. They're a young team. No shit, they're young, but they're damn talented. They've been bringing in recruits. Jim Harbaugh is bringing in the recruits. I know we talked about earlier on the big show, and I brought it up because of them guys, the blue chip ratio and stuff like that. Michigan's had recruiting classes that can warrant them, give them the ability to make the national championship, to win a national championship. When you have that much talent on a young team, don't get me wrong, I love veterans. I love the guys who know the game, been around, veterans. I like veteran teams. But when you got a young team who's as talented in Michigan, they're so young and naive. They don't know how to lose yet. They have no idea how to lose. They're 4-0. They don't know how to lose. They're on the big stage. They're literally young college kids. Some is 18, 19 years old. They're just like, fuck it. We're going to go out. We're going to swing our big balls around and we're going to go out and win. They don't give a shit. They're so naive. They don't even know the big stage. They're like, fuck it. We got this. So I like that team. I like their chance this year to run the ship, especially in the Big Ten. It's you, Penn State, and Ohio State. Iowa's not bad. Wisconsin, I don't know what it is. I never fear Wisconsin. It's probably because I played for Paul Crisp. Didn't like him. Didn't think he was that great of a coach. Wisconsin doesn't worry me. There's 3 teams in the Big Ten to worry about. And I think Michigan has to play at Penn State. I'm not worried about it. Take care of business at home this weekend against Michigan State. You're an in-state rival. Take care of business. It's a staple. Win the games you're supposed to and let the big games take care of themselves. So win this game at home. You're supposed to win. Let Penn State take care of itself in Creepy Valley. Win this one. Talking about Creepy Valley, they're playing at Northwestern. Minus 14.5 at Northwestern. I think they win and cover the spread. They're not going to lose to Northwestern. Penn State had a scare at Iowa, but Iowa's a pretty damn good program. They have a good run game. Can stop the run. Beating a dead horse here. You run the ball, stop the run, you have a chance to win games. Penn State is going to run all over Northwestern, and they're going to stop their run. So guess what? They're going to cover that 14.5 point spread. Ohio State, home, 30.5 point favorite against Maryland. I started giggling. I pulled a Cam Newton there. Maryland has no shot in the world against Ohio State. So lock that one up. One of my ones I was looking through games that, surprise game for the week. NC State home against Louisville. Now, I think it's 24 versus 14. I didn't write it down. So, yeah, don't quote me on that. I don't even know what their rankings are. But I know that NC State's the underdog. They're a home dog. Louisville, 3.5 point favorite. NC State. Put some money on NC State. They're covering at home. And I think they're going to upset Louisville. I like that. And then you got Georgia at Vandy. Really high on the Bulldogs this year. Go Bulldogs. I know a couple of my friends are huge Georgia fans, including I like Georgia too. I mean, I'm a Michigan fan, but I do respect the Bulldogs. They're at Vandy, minus 17.5. They're going to cover. Take that. Another game I had circled, kind of like that NC State game. Washington State, 2.5 point favorite at Oregon. Trap game. You just beat USC at home. You're 11th in the country. You have to go to Oregon now in a Pac-12, division game, conference game. Watch out. Trap game. I won't be betting on it, but maybe I will. If I bet on it, I'm definitely taking Oregon, though. Plus 2.5 at home. Home dog, baby. That's the theme of today's podcast. Take your home dogs. I don't know. I just see that being a big trap game. Luke Falk, fourth or fifth now on the Heisman watch list. That's a scary one. Don't fall asleep to Oregon. You beat USC. Watch out. Oregon has some fast boys. So that's I wanted to go high tempo in their college, but then I got a little caught on the Michigan stuff. But yeah, last time I was at this stadium, I saw that. Getting a little ahead of myself. They didn't see the block punt. I was gone. I ghosted. I was out of there. I couldn't breathe. Couldn't stand. My back hurt. 35 kids in a row of 25 seats, supposed to hold because it's bleacher seats, hold 25 people, which really holds like 25 people in a row in the student section, have the time of our lives, screaming, couldn't breathe, couldn't even stand, my back hurt. Yeah, I was there and I left. I ghosted. So thank God I didn't have to see Michigan State win at the big house. But this weekend I'll be watching on TV, and Michigan will redeem themselves at home at the big house. Let's go, go blue. Whew, it's going to be fun this weekend. I just hope my Pittsburgh Steelers don't fall into a trap game against the Jaguars. Oh my God, they better not lose. Hey, AB out there hitting coolers. I saw a video of him and Williams or whatever, just like joking around. But I was like, hey, the cooler didn't have a chance. Like, try to bring it up to him. It was so funny. But all seriousness though about the AB thing, come on, you're a professional. You got kids out there watching you. Don't hit a fucking cooler, man. You're a professional. Yeah, Big Ben should have threw you a touchdown pass that play. Everyone saw it. Everyone knows football. Should have been a touchdown. Didn't happen. Don't cry about it. Be a leader. You've been so unselfish and such a great role model leader in your NFL career so far. Don't lose it now, dude. Don't be a fool now. Don't let all the fame and the stardom go to your head, because you're a great fucking ball player. Great receiver. Best in the NFL, hands down. Don't let it go to your head. Don't be smacking coolers. Don't be a diva. Don't be a Terrell Owens, a Dez Bryant. Don't be a problem for the organization. We're the Steelers organization. We ain't the Cowboys. We ain't Jerry Jones in this shit. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We do things the right way. We have tradition. We don't have divas. We don't have people stepping on the line. We don't have people being asshats. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We ain't the Cowboys. You're not Terrell Owens. You're a good guy. You're a hell of a football player. Don't start being a diva. Don't do it. Please don't do it. But that's all I got on NFL and college this week. Just recap a little bit. Media. So I'll shake my head. You guys have just been fucking everything up. Just ruining everything. LaVar Ball. I don't know why you're relevant. I don't know why I know your name. That pisses me off. America, quit making famous stupid oh wow, I can't even talk. I'm so fucking worked up. Stop making famous. Wow. Quit making stupid people famous. Let's say this one more time because I can't fucking talk today. Quit making stupid people famous. There we go. Those are words. They're coming out my mouth now. Thank God. They weren't for a split second. But I don't know. If I had one opportunity in life to watch LaVar Ball and Michael Jordan play one-on-one, I'd put the old farm. I'd put the entire state on Michael Jordan. I don't think LaVar Ball has a chance. Even if Jordan has one leg, he might not have a chance. But hey, well, that's all for today. College, NFL. Had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's podcast, Spaces or Laces. I'm your host, Jeff Meyer. Check us out on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. I'm going to be making a delicious pot roast this weekend. I forgot to mention that earlier in the Tailgate segment to open it up. I'm going to be making a delicious pot roast for a tailgate this weekend. Going to watch a little Division I double-A in Pittsburgh. Duquesne, don't know who they're playing, but they're playing at home. I'm going to tailgate with a couple of my buddies. One friend goes to law school there, so we're going to tailgate with a bunch of his law school friends, have some fun. I'm going to make a pot roast. It's going to take it. Everyone's going to enjoy it because I'm going to ball out. It's going to be delicious. I'm going to be taking pictures of it, some videos, putting the recipe out there. Hopefully you guys enjoy, but I'm going to put that on Instagram, Twitter, everything this weekend. Just like everything we do here. You put it on the social media. Hope you guys enjoy it. Call in, please. Someone give us something to talk about. We keep getting these bullshit voicemails. Give us something to talk about. There's smart people out there, intelligent, funny people out there. Can someone be funny or intelligent? Would love to play this stuff on the show. Whether it's the big show or my podcast, Spaces or Laces. We'll play it. Someone call in. Someone give us something worthy of playing, and we'll do it. But yeah, check us out on all the social media platforms. Check out the big show Tuesday night. We stream it on Periscope. Going to be starting putting some things on Periscope too with the tailgating stuff. Check out southboundsports.com. Cousin's fixing the website. We're going to have all the tailgating stuff on there. You're going to be able to purchase merchandise on there as well. But hey, it's been fun. It's been real. We ran it up today on Spaces or Laces. I'm your host, Jeff Meyer. Over and out.